take their fake buddy comedy on the road and prove to us all that they're best friends. It was just theater. Jared Kushner and Steve Bannon were fighting so badly that Trump had to tell them to work it out. Meanwhile, the women in the administration, Dina Powell was the #2 person Trump was considering for chief of staff, which would have been notable. She would have been the first female chief of staff. Sarah Sanders has risen while Sean Spicer has exited. Hope Hicks is untouchable. Kellyanne Conway, she might be marginalized, but she's in it for the long haul. She'll be the last woman standing.
Hi, it's with IDTE Dog Training, and this is Cody. And I'm just trying to film Cody because Cody screams and cries anytime he is asked to do something that he does not want to do. So he's obsessed with being with people. I am not very far from him. I'm just a couple feet away from him, sitting on the couch. And I have him tethered so that he can learn to stay a distance from me, but he wants to be with me, so he's sitting there staring at me, and he's starting to whine, and he'll eventually start screaming. Of course, Tink, my dog, is coming down to give him a what for, because that behavior is not, it's not natural, it's not normal, it's not healthy, and Tink knows that. But when I'm training this dog, there's a lot of vocalization because I'm asking him to do stuff that he prefers not to do. And so I want people to see that, when you're training a dog, people tend to think that you're using pain, especially if you use a training tool. And so my reason for this video is to show you that this puppy screams over everything, not just, not because he's in pain. I don't want to say just pain, because when I'm training him, I know I'm not putting him in painful situations. Maybe a little bit of discomfort, because he's being asked to do stuff that he doesn't like, and I give him information to do those behaviors. But as you can see, this dog is not in any physical pain. Mental pain, yes. This is mentally painful to him, that he cannot be on my lap. And as a dog trainer and somebody that understands behavior, it's my job to show tough love and not give him what he wants. That's a pull in the chair. Not give him what he wants, and teach him that he can survive without being in somebody's lap, because it's unrealistic in the human world for this dog to be sitting in somebody's lap. Now, unfortunately, in the house that he lives in, it's a very large family, and there's a grandma who's retired, and so there is somebody there 24/7, and of course they love him being in their lap. But even grandma has things to do and needs to leave. So they have not been able to leave the house for more than a few minutes, because this is what he does when they leave the house. He screams, and they get complaints from their neighbors and everything else. So they've been having to revolve their life around him. And even he's new here, so I have found myself having to take him everywhere as well. And I've even hired my 9-year-old son to babysit when I need to go to the grocery store and I'm going to be going from place to place.